You will be familiar with a recent debate of someone from the Smile to Jannah channel when he's debating with the Qadiyani, and the Qadiyani brings the text of Qasim Nanotwi.
You know who one of the founders of the Deobandi group? I don't know if you know him, Muhammad Qasim Nanotwi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of this individual scholar or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the founder of the Deobandi group. He died in, I think, 1880, so before Mirza
He's
Ghulam
one
Ahmad.
of the founders. He's a co-founder, yeah.
Sure, I mean, there were several of them.
There was two.
Okay, two of them, sure. He died in 1880, by the way. So he wrote a pamphlet before Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam, even made a claim of mujaddadiyat, right? Or of establishment of the Ahmadiyya community. He wrote in his book, right, Tahdhirun Nas. And I would love for you to explain it to us, what he means. If Khatim al-Nabiyyin means last prophet, then what does he mean when he says that agar bil farz baad-e zamane nabawi koi nabi paida ho to khatim, and I'm paraphrasing here, khatamiyat mein jo Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ki khatamiyat hai us pe koi haraj nahi ho, there's no, he will still remain Khatim al-Nabiyyin. Agar bil farz baad-e zamane nabawi Muhammad mein agar.
Bro, let me tell you one thing. I've noticed there's a trend in our discussion. Like each time something gets posited, you give me quotes of certain scholars. Yeah, let me just reiterate that we have our authentic sources. That's what we go by. Yeah, and authentic sources cannot compare with a saying of an individual, which number one depends on context, number two depends on the translation, and number three, I would say it depends on a number of things. Yeah, and each one of those quotes will need to be taken in context. What was he talking about? What did he mean? You cannot, my bro, you cannot take Aqidah from a saying of a individual in India. Yeah, you said, right. What was his name? Qasim Nanotwi, yeah?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, today's Barelvis, who are the opponents of Deobandis, do takfir of Deobandis and say, look, your founder, Muhammad Qasim Nanotwi, wrote this in his book. You guys are kafir, you guys are Kharij al-Islam. And this is the issue that we have, right? You guys say that Ahmadiyya invented something new, out of nowhere, out of thin air. No, the past ulama have made this interpretation in the past. He said Khatim al-Nabiyyin means that
that goes against the main Aqidah of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. My bro, anybody can say that. But it is a clear doctrine of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah that no prophet will come. And you can give me obscure quotes or things that, like, for example, when I gave you that quote, you said, oh, it was actually taken from the Bible, and it was, it was rad of that. So, bro, like, I'm sure some of these quotes do exist, and kudos to that individual. But I'm sorry, that does not, that's not a hujjah for the ummah now to say that because this scholar has said this, now suddenly we're going to accept that there can be another prophet. When the prophet himself said, Ana khatamun nabiyyin, I am the last prophet. He's the seal of the prophets. And I'm sorry, my bro, like if the prophet said that, that should be enough for anybody.
We as the Ahmadiyya community interpret this verse to mean that you can have the darajah of Nabuwah as well. But that doesn't contradict Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam being Khatamun Nabiyyin, because he is.
Okay, this is an interesting point. Let me just probe you on this. So you said, sure, there can be another prophet after the prophet, but the prophet himself was the last of the prophets.
Khatam al-Nabiyyin means the seal of the prophets, and I think this is where your viewers can maybe get some insight into this. This is where Ahmadis get attacked a lot. Khatama, so khatam, right, is a ring that you can say in the Arabic, khatam, right?
Oh, was that the middle finger there, bro?
No, sorry. So ring finger. Khatam.
Okay.
I'm trying to flip you off. Khatam is a ring in the Arabic language, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to, right, himself put a stamp of approval, right, for different letters that he would send to dignitaries with his signature on it, Muhammadan Rasulullah. And that would be the khatam that he would use, the ring that he would use. And that's what Khatam al-Nabiyyin means, that he marks the seal. He is the seal of all prophets. He gives the approval for all prophets, that he is the king of all prophets. Because if you read that verse,
that tafsir, I haven't come across in a single, not a single mufassir. Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir, none of these individuals have made that.